Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining. We're just going to wait for a couple more minutes until everyone else is here and then we can start. We're just going to wait for 2 more minutes and then we can start once everyone is here. Okay, I think we can slowly start. So, hi everyone, thank you so much for joining. We're going to walk you through our tool material platform called Horizon today and showcase how you can easily access advanced material properties, access their global equivalents, compare different material data sets, and how you can share that information across your organization with your colleagues. And before I start, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Nico. I'm the account manager here at Toll Materia, and it's my pleasure walking you through this platform today. And I'll also let Stefan introduce himself and then we can start.
Thank you, Nick. Hi, everyone. My name is Stefan. I'm also the account manager, a colleague of Nicola. I appreciate you for your time today, and hopefully we'll find this session very useful. In case we don't cover a particular use cases that you would like to see, we're always available afterwards to arrange a quick demo or a training session with any of you guys and go through specific use cases. But anyhow, thank you for joining us, and I think you really like this session.
Perfect. Thank you, Stefan. And can you confirm that you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. So just to provide you with a brief overview of Tool Materia and what we do and what we have in our platform. So we initially consist of Tool Materia Horizon, which is a database itself that contains all these material designations, standards, data points, and all the material information that we're gonna showcase today, as well as Tool Materia Integrator, which is your own private materials data management system for you to integrate your own materials within your organization, as well as Tool Material Predictor, which helps you predict missing properties by employing applied machine learning and filling the gaps for the properties that you weren't able to find within Tool Material Horizon, as well as Tomateer Greenline, which deals with materials compliance and sustainability. And here you will be able to perform life cycle assessments, CO2 calculations, as well as compliance and BOM calculations. And today we're going to walk you through Tool Material Horizon, where you'll be able to perform and do a better material selection and material identification just to help you access everything and to help you navigate over these materials to help you make smarter and better material selections, access global equivalents, as well as share and export all the complex material data within your organization, access advanced properties for more advanced modeling, calculations, and simulations, just for you to achieve the highest level of accuracy in your projects. And reference all the data. So all the data that we have on the platform comes from references and reliable sources, so you will always be able to find that as well, that information, so you actually know where it's coming from. So just to reiterate, on the platform itself, we have over 540,000 materials with comprehensive data on mechanical and physical properties, global standards and their equivalents, precision tools that are made to help you make comparison and analytics on materials, as well as advanced properties that I mentioned earlier with stress strain, formability, fatigue, creep data, and exporting your material data into 25 CAX formats. And let me just go ahead and create just a quick poll right now, just so we can get a better idea and a better sense if you're interested in these modules. So just wanted to see if you can vote if you would like to learn more about Greenline and Predictor. So Greenline, again, just to reiterate, consists of sustainability and CO2 LCA calculations, BOM assessment, compliance assessments, and Predictor, which deals with filling the gaps and predicting missing properties using applied machine learning. So just wanted to see if there's an interest in these two solutions as well. Just a couple more seconds until everyone votes. Okay, perfect. Thank you guys. And now I'm going to move on to the platform itself so you actually know what it looks like and how it works in real time. Stefan, can you just confirm that you see the screen?
Give it one more sec. I'm still on the presentation. Let's try again.
Mm-hmm. Okay, give me a second.
Perfect.
What about now? Okay, perfect. Yes, so this is the Tool Material Horizon platform, and here you'll be able to access all of these material designations coming from reliable sources such as 83 standard development organizations, 94,000 data sources, 20 with 25 million data points as well. And here within tool search, you'll be able to utilize various search options just for you to make a better material selection and identification. And here within quick search, you can just put the exact material designation that you're looking for. It's not a Google search, so just make sure to put the exact designation and you'll be able to find it. And if you would like to include any types of materials in the search or any material groups you would like to include or any standards that we have, any global standards as well as any producers, you can definitely do that as well. And let's just use the 3 or 4 popular stainless steel as an example so I can showcase what you can do within the platform. Here, you can just click on the material and you'll be able to see mechanical properties, physical properties cross-referencing in a tracker. And mechanical properties and physical properties work, the same, just for usual calculations and simulations. And you'll have both a synthetic view and a details view. So if you would like to learn more and, go more in depth with it, just click onto details view and you'll be able to select different temperatures. You will be able to select the references you would like to find more data on. You'll be able to select different heat treatments, forms, dimensions, as well as different properties. And you can just select the conditions you would like to see the data for, scroll below, and you'll find the properties, any references, any associated comments, as well as all the values for these specific temperatures. And if you would like to visualize it better, you can just click onto view diagram and you'll find the values as well right here based on different temperatures. And for everything that you do within tool material, you can always find the references below so you actually know where the data is coming from. And same goes for physical properties. So just select the temperature you would like to see the data for, choose different references, different heat treatments, different forms, dimensions, and properties you would like to see the data for. Select the conditions, and below you'll find the properties, references, comments, and any values and units for these specific temperatures, as well as all the references so you know where the data is coming from. And here you'll also see trackers so you can see all the latest updates that this material has gone through. And the next search that can also be quite useful is advanced search, which is used to further refine the identification of materials to help you be more precise. So all you would need to do is just add search criteria, and here within this main tab, you're able to find to look up, material designation, different standards. Let's just use United States standards as an example. Standard numbers, different types of materials, full text search. If you cannot find something by the material designation, you can just put the text here and search for it, as well as different producers, standard description, and material groups. And for example, if you enter polymers here, you will get 3 new sections: the biodegradable, bio-based, recycled, and recyclable section, and flame retardants as well. And something else that you can do, you can also include specific elements in your search and put their values right here, or even exclude some elements from your search, such as lead. Just click on not allowed and search for it. Same goes for mechanical properties. So let's just use yield strength and tensile strength as an example. Choose different units, types, put the minimum and maximum values, select minimum and maximum temperatures, and same goes for physical properties. So let's just use density and the modulus of elasticity as an example. Put your preferred values right here and search for it. And the special search tab, which is used for metals only. And here you'll be able to find different heat treatment diagrams data, as well as metallography data, machinability data, and any magnetic properties. And if we add this to our search, we'll probably get a lot of results. I didn't want to narrow down way too much just so we can get something, but yes. This can also be really, really useful just to refine the exact materials you would like to find. And here we have it. And something else that can also come in handy is our standard list search, which in case you don't want to look for materials but the standards defining them, you can just click into standard list, select the standard you would like to look for example, the European Union standard, put the standard number, version, ICS number, and standard description. Click on search, and here you'll find the standard number, last version, ICS number, status, as well as all the materials, dimensions, coatings, and related standards that are being defined by this specific standard. So those are the main search functionalities I wanted to show you just so you can better navigate the platform since the platform itself is really extensive. So I just wanted to make sure that you utilize it in the best possible way. And yeah, now moving on to Stefan who will walk you through global equivalence. Take it away.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Nick. Appreciate you showing these functionalities. So, guys, once you've done all of your due diligence in terms of finding or actually searching for the materials that you need, give me one sec. Then we get to the question, okay, so why are we using Total Materia? We're using Total Materia to access the database. Obviously, with over 500,000 different designations, we are the largest global library, regardless if we're looking for polymers or metals or whatever it may be. But what about actually being able to find alternatives? So how do we discover alternatives to the material that we are currently working with? Well, there are various ways, and Total Materia provides a number of functionalities for identifying similar materials. It could be through cross-referencing tables, which is right over here. It could be through equivalence finder, based off of the properties, or you can use the smart cross function, which I will show you in just a second. So I will use a very, very common stainless steel 304. The easier it is, the easier I will be able to explain it, but also how I got to this point was simply just typing in 304. If you wanted to do, as Nick said, more extensive search, you can use advanced search, standard list, or even material discovery. But for right now, we will use 304, a 304 IC, go straight to the cross-referencing table. And as you can see, Total Materia gives you about, almost 1100 similar materials. Now, how can we differentiate between which material is more related to the ones that we're working with and which ones are not? Well, based off of the categories. We have identical equivalency category, which is specifically defined by the standard organization. We also have official ones, which are also officially designated as official equivalents by the SDO. But then we provide our users to be able to compare chemical composition, and if there is a 100% match, we show that to our users. We also have other sources such as producers' catalogs, books, brochures, and so on, as well as implicitly related equivalence and smart cross. So in case the first few tabs are just simply not existent because simply they're not anywhere in the world, you can use smart cross, which is comprised of algorithm created by Total Materia, which is based on the fuzzy sets. And what it does, it actually allows you to choose similarity threshold between the two materials based off of the chemical composition or mechanical properties or something in between. So these are all the categories that you can actually look into when looking for and discovering material alternatives. So if I went ahead and actually wanted to look into only, let's say, officially equivalent materials for the standard coming from, let's say, for example, EN, or let's say ISO, or GB, let's say, you can, there, as I said, there are over 80 different SDOs that we have standards from. So truly, the options are in a way endless, but you will be able to get to And all of these, by the way, are official equivalents. What that means is that you can count that 304 IC against GB material designation as shown over here is officially identical to the one that you're working with. And even if you wanted to do further analysis side by side or compare it side by side, all you have to do is just simply click on these little arrows pointing at each other so you can see chemical composition, one against the other, mechanical properties, one against the other, and physical properties as well. What you can also do, you can turn on the details view and then choose not only different temperature for the mechanical properties, but also choose different references as well. So it all comes down to you being able to not only look at the very basic list of materials, but actually compare them side by side and export or build a report in which you can justify, uh, let's say, a decision-making process for your team where you're like, hey, let's use this alternative simply because chemical composition is the same, certain mechanical or physical properties are similar. Why not? And it's, at the end of the day, cheaper. So that's why we're here. That's why cross-referencing is something that is probably the other than the library and other things we provide, is the most commonly used tool within Total Materia Horizon. So in addition to the cross-referencing tables that I just shown, you can also use, as I said, Smart Cross, where you choose the similarity threshold, choose if you want it to be similar to chemical or mechanical, and you click search. Right now, I just chose very, very specific standards, so hopefully I will get some results. Okay, and I did, which is wonderful. So, I mean, look at this. Isn't it beautiful? You were able to go from one material to a GB to a bunch of GB, do a bunch of materials defined by GB standard in just a few clicks. Of course, Nicola will show you in just a few seconds. You can actually forward this entire list to the material list builder and console for further analysis and assessment. But right now, I want to quickly jump to the equivalence finder. Equivalence finder is something that is closely related to our cross-referencing table, and it consists of mechanical properties, physical properties, and chemical composition. So let's say, for example, that your team is currently working on a particular project where you have a specifically defined tensile strength and yield strength. But in addition to that, there is a particular, let's say, physical property that you really have to be careful about, as well as chemical composition, and you want to find a equivalent anywhere in the world. Of course, if you want to be more specific, you can choose which one exactly it is from the list that I'm just showing you right now. But if we just keep it simple and straightforward, we will just focus on these properties, including the chemical composition of being at least 80% similar. That is that is, within these ranges of the property values. So what that allows you to do is just simply narrow down your searches based off of the properties. Oh, and look at that. So we have 6 materials that, you don't have to really go through any kind of an extensive search. You don't have to go through standards. You don't have to go through actual, I don't know, Googling stuff, whatever, however you were doing things until being able to just simply, with a click of a button, find alternative materials and compare them side by side, or, as Nicola will show you right now, create an actual list and do more extensive precision comparison. So, Nick, please take it over.
Perfect. Thank you, Stefan. So let me show you what you can also do right here. Okay, so speaking of equivalence and cross references, let me just go here to the cross referencing table. And here, clicking on this little arrow on the left side, you can just select the properties that you would like to compare the original material or multiple materials with. So let's just select tensile strength and yield strength as an example, density and modulus of elasticity. Let's just use that as an example. And here you can prioritize and rank these materials based on the values that you're actually looking for. So we can just select these so we can add them to the material list builder. and compare them in different ways. I'll show you how to do that right now. So just go into Material Console, and there are many ways that you can, many things that you can actually do within this module. And this module will help you create a really good workflow within the database and for you to actually capitalize on the work that you're doing within Tool Materia and many options that can make your work within Tool Materia way more organized. You can create different lists. So selecting these, click Save, and you'll be able to create a list of, for example, your internal materials that you work with most often. Something else that you can do, you can also select them and add them to comparison view and compare them on a materials basis. So compare them by chemical composition, mechanical properties, physical properties based on different temperatures and different references. You can also pin this, you can duplicate the material, and you can also add to property comparison. Going back, something else that you can also do is compare these materials on a properties basis. So just click here and select the properties you would like to compare them by. Put their values in. Let's use again density and modulus, and you can select the type, the temperature you're looking for. Click on Submit, and here you'll find that in both a scatter chart as well as a radar chart, so you can visualize it better. And you'll also have all the values below. Something else that you can use as far as comparison tools go is you can compare them with analytics. So again, if you want something, for example, light, something strong, just put these values here, show results, and here you'll have the results either in points or in rectangles. And My Console is a place for you to add your favorite materials, bookmark the materials and the pages, as well as save your searches. You can actually go back to the work you did, create material lists, as I mentioned, and save reports. And speaking of reports, let me actually show you how you can report, add something to the report builder and justify the decision you're making, PDF it, share with your colleagues. So I just entered into this material that we went over earlier, and all you would need to do is just click on this button right here that says Add to Report Builder. And once you do that, it'll take you to a Material Console, Report Builder, and you can PDF it and share with your colleagues. Diagrams as well, so you can visualize it better. And something else that is also really useful is being able to export advanced materials data directly into your simulation software with over 25 exportable formats available. So just click Export to CAX, select the solver that you use within your organization, for example, Abacus, ANSYS, CATIA, SolidWorks, Siemens NX, and so on and so forth, or something as simple as an Excel, and just select the properties you would like to use. For example, tensor strength, let's use density, let's use yield strength, elongation, modulus elasticity, click next step, select the conditions, select the temperature, again, select the conditions, next step, density, select the condition you would like to work with, select different temperatures you would like to export, and same goes for yield strength. Click on next step, and just click on export. And here you have it. So you can all enhance and optimize your design process and everything that you actually do within Tool Materia simulation tools. So Material Console, again, just a really good way for you to organize all of your work, all of your internal work that you do. Share that information with your colleagues across the organization. Bookmark your favorite materials, save them, add to favorites, save searches, create material lists, export, save reports. And yeah, a really good way for you to create a really good workflow within the
Yes. And if you
database.
already,
And
I'm
now,
sorry for interrupting, Nick. And if you already have it, Nick, if you could just quickly show how easy it is for someone to share the link for material lists, that would be great. Because if you already have it, you can very easily share the lists within your departments. A lot of our users simply either don't know or are just not as familiar with the material console, and being it a little material hub, you can really do all kinds of things within it internally. So if you go to material list and click on this little all the way to the right, you will be able to share it with your team simply by copying and pasting the link so that they know exactly which materials they should focus on. And I mean, what better way it is, if somebody is doing the research, you share the results, the entire team gets it. It really streamlines the whole process.
exactly. Thank you for that, Stefan. And let me just share a quick poll just to see if there's any interest in Material Console, if you currently use it, if you currently have it, or if you would like to test it out. If you can just quickly vote, and then we'll move on to something else on the platform where Stefan will provide you with the more advanced modeling, calculation, simulation, just for you to achieve the highest level of accuracy in your project. Okay, perfect. Thank you guys for voting. And now back to Stefan. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Nick. 1 second. Okay, so Nicole actually had a great point when he showed you ability to include additional columns. That's actually very, very useful because in this instance, let's say that I want to be able, once again, the whole theme of this webinar is discovering alternative materials. So what I want to be able to do is to find, to first of all, pinpoint materials that are closely related or equivalent or identical to 304 IC. But then what I also want to do is I want to be able to, for example, find certain properties that align with our project. So it doesn't stop at a mechanical or chemical composition or physical property. It actually goes way above that and beyond that. So you can choose stress strain, formability, fatigue data, creep data. I mean, you name it, and then you can actually see exactly which material designations have the information that you're looking for. Of course, if you have to pinpoint specific standards, you simply select it over here. So in this scenario, what I would like to show you right now is that with our advanced properties, you're able to really perform some advanced modeling and simulation, starting with just simply cross-referencing just like I did right now. So if I click on this particular material coming from Austria standard, I would be able to go directly into the stress strain diagrams, pull out the data that I need by using the condition selector or whatever it may be. And of course, I can always choose different conditions that apply in different cases. Now, I have to be honest with you guys, I'm not an engineer. I find it very fascinating. But what I do know is that the ability to access the data and then, of course, send the data to different comparison tools is very important before making any decisions. So in this particular case, once you selected the proper, let's say, conditions, references, and temperatures, you can go ahead and add the uh, the curve to the diagram comparison tool. You can add multiple temperatures, of course, and later on you can perform the necessary comparisons. And this applies not only to the stress strain curves, but within the advanced property section, we have formability data as well. And you can start from scratch. It doesn't necessarily have to be coming from an equivalent of a 3 or 4. If you wanted to, you can literally start from scratch, type in the material designation, or if you want to, you can start off with choosing the material type, material group, standard, heat treatment, and there are so many of them, and form as well, strain rate, as well as the type. Within the formability, it's mostly utilized by engineers who are working with metal sheets and FLC or R factors are, quite important in those cases. So you can always just start off with the general card simply by going directly to extended range, formability, choose the parameters that you need, and then something I would like to point out is direct data or not direct data. So this kind of it is closely related to the to what we just went over when it comes to cross-referencing, meaning that if you select, I want only to be able to see direct data only, then we will show you formability data or stress strain diagrams, fatigue data, or creep data, or fracture mechanics that are specifically for the designation or the material type that you chose. Otherwise, if there, and I will show you exactly what I mean by that. So for example, if we go back to 304, and click on it, you will notice that under the extended range, fracture mechanics are not there with this little asterisk. That means that we would offer either identical or official or whatever type of equivalent there is in order for you to be able to finish up the project properly. But for whichever designation there are properties that you can actually utilize that I just showed you, you will be able to click on it, stress strain, whatever it may be, and actually access the data as you want. With creep data, you can choose various types, as well as Nicola mentioned earlier, export. So of course, all of our simulation engineers want to be able to very quickly export the data and import the data. So export import is something really that their Bible is. So we go ahead, export the data to CAX. You can choose 25 different ones, whichever one it is that your organization is working with. It is very likely that is supported. If it's not, please let me know, because there is a high chance of our team being able to enable it. But in any case, let's say, for example, I choose ANSYS, there would be an option for me to choose fatigue, stress strain, diagrams, and whatever it may be. Very quickly export. All I have to do, and then import directly into my ANSYS solver, and voila, that's it. Very quickly accessing the data, exporting the data, and most importantly, ability to compare the curves. So before exporting anything, I was able to add diagrams. So if I go back to the material console, I go to the My Console section, and then I go to, comparison view and then diagrams. There are the diagrams that I just added a few moments ago for me to analyze. So if you had multiple material designations that you would like to include into your simulation projects, you can use Material Console very extensively to first of all compare the data, see which ones are working the best for your team, for your project, or for your product, and then export the data with a click of a button, import the data, and that's it. So I hope this was a helpful way. But once again, what I want to emphasize is ability to discover new materials, very easily done through total search, finding the material, and then going ahead through the cards. But also, once you get to the cross-referencing, you don't have to necessarily go to the actual card itself. You can simply select all of these materials, and just like Nick showed earlier, forward it directly to either material list builder or any of these options. So it's, each of these cards are kind of connected in a way. Whether you're working with compliance, suppliers, SmartCom, whatever it may be, everything is interconnected, and you can simply forward the lists back and forth for further analysis. Once you pinpoint the data, you export it, build a report, and that's it. Okay, Nick, I think you can take
Exactly.
over from here. Yeah.
Thank you for walking them through that, Stefan, and
And by the way, I know
familiarizing them
some of
with.
you guys might have
Mhm.
the extended range console, some of you don't. So I will also go ahead. and include a very quick poll, just so that I know if I could be helping some of my current accounts or not. And as I said, this is just very basics, some fundamentals of what it can do. So please let me know if you would like to test it out. I will be more than happy to schedule a more, well, personalized session where we can go through your own use cases. And even if you're currently using it, I'm still here to help you guys out. Okay, perfect. Okay, we don't have to waste too much time on this. Thank you guys for your session. Nick, please take over. And yeah,
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Stefan, for walking them through that. And just to reiterate, so we essentially just wanted to walk you through the whole platform and get you more familiarized on best practices, how to use it, and how to benefit from all the material information. And if you'd like to, to learn more, to get a more personalized approach and session that's based on your use cases, you can always reach out to us so we can schedule a more in-depth demo based on your, again, your use cases, your specific needs, your projects. You can always reach out. We have a lot of, existing clients here, potentially some new ones. So feel free to, reach out to either me or Stefan, and we'll be more than happy to walk you through the platform more extensively, a bit more in depth, and just showcase everything that you can actually do within the Tool Materia platform, Horizon
absolutely,
platform.
absolutely.
Yes.
And one thing to consider, and I really want to say this, is that if you guys know, well, not know, but really, if following your material initiatives in 2024, 2025, your company is focusing on compliance and sustainability, let us know. Because there were a tremendous amount of not only time but also different projects and different features that we implemented within the platform that we can absolutely assist your compliance team, or as Nicola was saying at the beginning, predictor module is using applied machine learning with the inputs coming from almost 600,000 different material designations. So when you have like 2.5 million data points, it's very easy to build a machine learning system that can actually predict proper and accurate predictions for whether we're talking about stress strain diagrams or physical or mechanical properties. You can count on Total Materia not only to be a world's largest global library of material as a database, but also for different aspects as well. So Horizon is there. We will always deliver a best-in-class service, but we are growing as well, and I think that a lot of teams can benefit from saving resources and time and not performing those testing, but actually predicting certain properties.
Exactly. And our main goal is to get you as familiarized with all the platform tools and functionalities just so you can actually make use of the platform and what you currently have,
Absolutely,
and for you to make the most use of it.
absolutely, yes.
Yes, so yeah, those were the main points that we wanted to go over. As me and Stefan mentioned, if you would like to learn more or go more in depth based on your specific needs and projects, we can definitely schedule a follow-up session. Feel free to reach out to either me or Stefan, and we'll be more than happy to schedule that. And as far as this goes, yeah, feel free to reach out anytime. Have a successful rest of your week, and hopefully this was informative.
Thank you so much for your time, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it
Feel
was
free
great
to reach
having you.
out with any questions. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you guys. Take care. Have a good one.